What's up, everybody? Welcome to our Agent Investors podcast, where this is hosted in the real estate investing school. This is probably one of the most just more casual, laid back podcasts that are out there, where my goal is really just to pull back the curtain, talk about a lot of stuff that most people are either too scared to or just don't want to tell you because once you know, you have more value for yourself to go make a lot more money. Today, we are actually doing the first interview for this podcast, which is super fun. We have, I think, Keanu, I keep saying this, but I think you're the youngest guy in Agent Investors.
Yeah.
And I also think you're definitely one of the tallest. You're like 6'6", right? Like 6'5". It's
Yeah.
insane. This dude showed up to one of our masterminds, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And ever since then, I was like, "How is he the youngest?" Like everyone tells us in the community when they're done, they're like, "I want to be like Keanu," and I'm like, "Tall, a model, making a bunch of money. You got to be specific. Like, what about Keanu do you guys want to have?" And so it's super cool, really exciting. I appreciate you obviously just taking some time and being able to be on here, being a part of the community. For those that don't know, do you want to give like a little background, who you are, what you're doing right now in real estate, anything specific you want people to know?
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate the intro. I couldn't have done it. I mean, this is I learned so much just from starting off about a year and a half ago. I got my license back in high school, so I was I think 18 at the time. I knew I wanted to be in real estate, but I didn't know kind of what that meant. My dad had a couple rental properties in South Scottsdale, and for him it was like buy, wait, 30 years, and then you could start actually making money. I didn't really want that. I was kind of like I like the idea of being able to make money from my computer, and I got my license. Didn't really know what to do with it. I wanted to kind of get into wholesaling, but I didn't know what that meant. So I just started. I looked on YouTube. I remember being in English class in high school, like seeing like how to start in real estate, and it was like I remember watching like a 15-minute video. I got like 3 minutes through it. It was like you just have to market, let people know you're buying houses. So I remember putting bandit signs everywhere in Old Town Scottsdale, and I ended up someone called my sign. I got introduced with like another guy who was wholesaling, and really from there, I really started to surround myself with people who are in the business. But I was still so young at the time. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was still in school. Didn't know if I want to go to college or not. So I kind of took a break from it, like to finish up school. I went on a big backpacking trip after high school, and I got
Nice.
back, and I was like, okay, what do I want to utilize my license. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on marketing with direct to seller. I mean, I blew like, I mean, 500-600 bucks on lists and didn't really like it. And so I'm like, I have like this license that I'm not using. So how can I start to implement, this license and to start doing deals, start making money with agents?
Mhm.
And I saw you were speaking at an Azure event, and I met you there. I asked you like, how do I find like a good mentor? How do I know someone's legit? And you said, if you could get on a phone call with them anytime, that's how you know it's a good guy to be around. And so I remember I bought your course like last March, and yeah, ever since then, man, just been sending out a lot of offers on the MLS, talking to a lot of agents, and just been very blessed. Been very blessed with the
Amazing.
the outcome that I've been getting. Yeah.
Well, first off, I appreciate all the detail there. I'm going to pick apart the timeline in just a second because I think it's important context for people to know this obviously doesn't happen overnight.
Mhm.
Just to kind of like cap off that story, full transparency, kind of selfish. I just want to know the results after joining. But what was it like from March to December, technically like your first year of being in the community? And then we're recording this right now, just about June of the following year. What
Mhm.
was your first like year and a few months like of starting that process, offers and agents and all that fun stuff?
It was tough, man. I'll be fully transparent. It was tough. Just to kind of, it's the hardest deal getting the first one. It's like just getting the proof of concept. I remember I got my first contract accepted, and I didn't even know how to write a formal offer. Like I literally had YouTube on one screen, writing this offer on the other screen. I just felt so dumb because it was like I'm sending out these offers and I don't even know how to write a contract. Like this is insane.
Yep.
And but I got that one done, and it was just like I think I really took the mentality of just like throwing yourself in the deep end, like just trying to go all in on something and then figuring it out as you go. Like that was like kind of
Love
my
that.
my learning process. But yeah, it was tough. I think it took me like a couple months to get my first deal. And then as it always is, like you get your first one and like 2 weeks later, I got my other one. And
Excellent. Yeah.
so it was like one on market, got off the MLS. And then the second one got it off market. So it kind of like opened my eyes to being able to see, okay, I could do deals on the market, but also like if I build a good enough relationship with these agents,
They'll
like they're
bring
going
it
to
to you
start bringing
first.
me off market stuff. And so that's
Absolutely.
how I mean, that's why what I really started diving into is not like I'd call every single agent before I'd offer on it. And then I
Mhm.
would always ask, hey, do you have anything else coming up?
Yep.
And from that, like I've done like a lot of deals off market just from asking that simple question. And that's how I've kind of developed my strategy now is like I've kind of systematized like my on market strategy where offers are just going out like without really me being there. And I'm
Yep.
just now focusing on the relationships with the agents of the existing agents that I've had because I have like 5,000 agents in my
Yep.
system now. So that's so
5,000
it's
in, like,
close.
13 months, 14 months, that's a pretty good amount of realtors too.
Oh,
Were
for
you
sure.
kinda just,
Yeah.
like, doing this at comfort and organic levels, or was there set KPIs you were going off of?
Oh, 20 offers a day, like, religiously, dude. Like like, I would like, 20 offers every single day for mo even still to this day. Like, now I'm not putting out as many offers myself, but, like,
Yep.
my VAs are doing, like, probably 30 offers a day, on
Amazing.
market, and, but for, like, longest time before I had VAs and all that, I would personally be sending 20 to 25 offers every single day, calling every single time, or at least trying to. Um, and that was really like the main KPI that I tracked. Just like how many offers am I getting out every single day? Um,
Absolutely.
and now like I'm trying to track, conversations, amount of buyers we're adding to our system, the amount of offers still what we're adding. But I think initially starting off, it was just like, how do I talk to as many people as possible and
Yep.
submit as many offers as possible? So that was the main
I love
focus.
that. And
Yeah.
so you don't need to give specifics if you don't want to, but from
Sure.
March of last year to June of this year, rough ballpark amount of deals closed, money, anything you're comfortable sharing for people just to kind of get an idea of what the volume was to get to the end result.
Sure. Yeah. So, from March of last year to the end of January, I did just over. Man, I've even lost track, which is kind of bad to say, but I mean that, which is a good thing. I'm very
Yeah, I was
glad. But
like,
I mean,
all
it's
right.
like, yeah, like so far I'm at 10 deals from January to today so far
Okay,
this year. But the previous year I did like 19 deals.
amazing.
Yeah. So
I know you put the post out in Agent Investors talking about like your 1 year was like 21 deals from like start to
yeah.
March, which aligns with that obviously. I mean, from
Yep.
18 March of last year to December and then
Right.
10 this year. So just under 30 deals so far in like
Yep.
13, 14 months.
Yeah.
That
Which is
is
crazy. Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I want to get like really specific on these like
Mhm.
podcasts, like where we could really just pull back the curtain on whether it's systems or processes, is it mindset? A lot of people when they're in these calls, what ends up happening is they think that it is easier than it is, or they think that it's impossible and they'll never actually do it. And so I find that there's this like teeter totter where the people that really are the most successful tend to be the most balanced. They think
Mhm.
it's easy, but they, like you just said, also are aware enough that they'll say, I just think that people need to realize it's hard work. So if you
Yeah.
don't mind just kind of explaining, especially at a young age,
Mhm.
what was it about this that made you like almost like so confident that you could do it? And what was able to help get you through some of the moments where it was the hardest?
Um, You have to be obsessed with it, man. I think that's like the key thing. I mean, I'm very fortunate enough to be able to do it full time. Like I don't have to balance a part-time job, which I mean, I like that is like the biggest thing I admire about people. If they're able to do this business part-time and they still crush it, I mean, that's like the coolest thing ever.
It's different.
Um,
Yeah.
oh yeah, for sure. It's a lot more of a grind. So I was lucky enough that I had saved enough money starting off where I could just like I had enough like runway. I maybe had like 2 3 months saved up, so I could just like basically eat shit for 2 months and not have to really
Yep.
worry. So I just started off full time, and I was just absolutely obsessed with it, and I still am. And that the big thing about it is like I also love what I do. Like every single day, I'm just like super excited to do it, just because I know like I know roughly where I'm going. Like I know I want to scale it to a certain point, and every single day is just getting me closer and closer to that. And yeah, and it looks like it looks like hard work for like a lot of people who see what I do, but to be honest with you, like I don't think I really work that hard. Like I'm really having fun, really what I'm doing. Like
That's
I'm
amazing.
putting music on my laptop, I'm making calls all day. I'm just like just having a blast. And
I love it.
that's like and that's when I'm really fortunate. Like I've found something, especially being pretty young, that I love doing. Like a lot of people, they never find that, so I'm very grateful. But I think how I got through a lot of the hard parts was just like there was no way in hell I was ever gonna stop. Like there, like I told myself, like I will, like I don't care how long if I have to move back in with my parents, I do not care how long it takes. I will get a deal. And I do not care because I know once you get one, like your perspective changes.
Yep.
You just grind for that first one, and then it just kind
Mhm.
of compounds from there. And like aligning that with consistently learning, because you could do a handful of deals, but to like make this a business, like you have to continuously learn, get around people who have a business and they're doing, 4, 5, 6, 7 deals a month. Like
Yep.
it's a completely different ball game than doing just one or two deals,
The
a month.
first milestone's always the first deal. After that,
Right.
getting to 1 deal a month is the next. Getting
Mhm.
from the 0 to 1 deal a month, I think, is the hardest.
Mhm.
Going from 1 to 2 to 3 is really just repetition and building out a few consistency
Mhm.
routines that you're doing
Yep.
over and over. After that, getting to 5 to 7 is just sheer volume. So once you
Mhm.
have a proven system, then you could actually just put more, gasoline on a fire to get to that next level.